Day 2 marked the beginning of our road trip. Our first stop was this little hydrothermal area that was there that had a bunch of steam geysers you're going to see, mud pots, and smelled of that distinct rotten egg volcano smell that I'm actually familiar with from my trips to Hawaii, but John got to experience that for the very first time.
The camper that we got was a mid-priced camper. I thought it'd be great for good weather, and luckily we did have the best weather. We slept the entire time in the pop-up.
Yeah, we didn't have to run the heater or anything. We had absolutely perfect weather the whole time. We were very fortunate. The next thing you're going to see is our first big waterfall stop. We got to go walk up and to it and around it, and you'll see that our rain gear kept us dry because there is a lot of water that's going to be hitting these cameras. And then we also saw a number of rainbows in the dewdrops, so that was really kind of magical.
The small waterfall that we went to, it was randomly marked on the GPS they gave us with the camper, and luckily Julia planned it out in our trip to stop at it. It felt a little odd turning down a gravel road, but it becomes normal throughout Iceland.
Yeah, there's these little family gravel roads that are around. Similar to that, our next stop was the black sand beaches of Vik. So it was really misty and mysterious, which was kind of strange. It was like the second we turned a corner, it started to get misty as opposed to the clear weather you'll see all day. And we played a little bit in the pulverized basalt sand that was there and found some of these green olivine crystals, which would be kind of neat for us to talk about. Our next video will actually have our national park footage, and it was a long day of random roadside stops that we had on this.
Oh! Yeah, well, there's mud on. Alright, I'm backing up.
We're going to give you a short camper van tour. So this is our Campstar camper. We've got our electric plug down there. And then this is what we got inside. So we've got our stove underneath here. This is my swimsuit from when we went out last night.
That's our little sink.
Our little sink that's in there.
Our fridge is under there.
There's a fridge in here, and the only thing in here right now is alcohol.
Yeah, I don't even think I have the fridge on right now.
I don't even think it's on.
Turn it on later.
So,
that's the stove.
Oh, the stove, the gas on top. Okay, that's what that switch is. And then we operate most of this. The little touch panel that's back here. So we've got our little 12-volt plug down here. This is another plug that we have. Our light. There's another light switch there. And then we've got all of our different stuff that we can turn on, the fridge, the sink, the lights, all of that operates out of here. Standing like this kind of sucks in the camper, so we have a whole like upper section of this bad boy here. And I'm short, so John gets to do the rest. So now it doesn't suck
So this camper technically sleeps 4, but yeah, you know I'm sleeping up here.
Yeah, so we can do that.
They pull and then lay down. We're not gonna do it because we have our luggage in here.
We've got a big old front seat here.
Yeah, this seat is actually really, really comfortable. Yeah, and then it's our view going down the road. Yeah. Our little camper picnic table for when we get set up. This is our pantry area. We're gonna put a lot of our food and whatnot. Let's say some of it's accessible. We have to slide the rear seats forward. So it was blowing every bit of 15 meters a second yesterday when we picked this bad boy up. The door blew and smashed Julia's leg.
Yeah, that hurt.
I got sandblasted. I walked around the side right as a gust kicked up, and it peeled the skin off my face.
Yeah, that was pretty nasty. But if it's greater than 15 meters per second, we can't drive. It can actually tip the camper van. There's like signs all over, like, and stuff that they handed us, and they told us you cannot drive. And so we actually have an app that tells us what the wind is doing and road conditions. So if the road conditions are bad, or if it's over a certain mile per hour wind speed, we can't actually swear. It only goes to work for about 2 hours here. Every hotel has blackout curtains because otherwise, like, it's only dark between like maybe like what'd you say, like 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Like, and it's like
it got daylight. It got daylight at 4 a.m. Local time.
Yeah. We're out of the geothermal area. We're gonna head over to get our groceries in Selfless. Hopefully, I'm saying that correctly. That one's a little bit easier compared to some of the stuff we're gonna pronounce on this trip. And yeah.
Then we have a 3-hour drive to the national park where we're gonna get a campsite set up, and then we're gonna just, I don't know, do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
See this?
What is it?
See that bright green? I don't know if you can see it through yours.
Yeah, I see it.
That's an olivine crystal. Oh wow, that actually gets really close. That's cool.
That's an olivine crystal?
Yeah, so it's green, so sometimes you can have green sand beaches. But this one's black. It's mostly just the basalt that's in here. But yeah, there's little pieces of olivine. Sometimes you can get green sand beaches, but they have to be super close to the source. This is actually well-rounded enough that it's actually come from quite a ways. Look at the baby olivine friend. That's cool.